What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another boxing video. And today, I will be talking about the return of your boy, Keith One Time Thurman. So let's talk about him, man. He will be returning next year. I believe in January, he's going to be fighting Josecito Lopez. Yes, he's going to be fighting Lopez in, the PBC. They had a big event a couple days ago, and they announced a lot of fights for next year. I'm going to be talking about a couple of those fighters in later videos, but today we're going to focus on the return of Keith Thurman. He had a whole lot of interviews at that event or whatever, and he was actually called out, by reporters. He was put on the spot by your boy Errol Spence, because everybody's just saying, like, man, dude, why you keep ducking Errol Spence? Why are you keep making these excuses about why you can't fight Errol Spence? Y'all both around the same age. Y'all both are in your prime. So Keith Thurman, he always making excuses on why he's not fighting Errol Spence. Now, we all know Keith Thurman's he was gonna come back and had a warm-up fight. We weren't expecting him to fight Errol Spence right away after the injury. But it's the fact that after this fight, these guys are already talking about fighting Shawn Porter again. Like, don't nobody want to see Keith Thurman, Shawn Porter Part 2 at all. Don't nobody want to see that. We already seen it. Shawn Porter the same way. He does the same exact thing. He, beats Danny Garcia. And then after the fight, he says the Errol Spence fight will be the easiest fight to make. And then at the post-fight presser, he want to say, well, it's not going to be my fault if the fight doesn't happen. Now, Errol Spence and Shawn Porter were supposed to fight. They was negotiating. Something did not work, didn't fall through. So Errol Spence ended up signing to fight Mikey Garcia. It just always excuses when it comes to Keith Thurman, Shawn Porter, Danny Garcia. They have a million excuses on why they shouldn't be fighting Errol Spence. They got a million excuses. And also with Terrence Crawford, it's like, they don't want to fight Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence, and they make 1,000 excuses on why they shouldn't fight him. Now, Errol Spence told him at the presser that, if he keeps winning, if Errol Spence keeps winning, that Keith Thurman is going to pretty much stay injured, and they're never going to fight. Keith Thurman got upset. Everybody was laughing at him and everything. He got upset talking about the fight will happen or whatever. He doesn't think it's going to happen. We will negotiate the fight when it's time. And talking about he's not a Floyd Mayweather. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. It's like every time Keith Thurman is put on the spot, he has to bring in Floyd Mayweather's name. I mean, I thought you guys wanted to see Floyd Mayweather gone. Y'all tired of him always talking and, taking the spotlight. But why the hell are you saying his name all the time? Like, you can't keep his name out your mouth for nothing. This dude cannot keep Floyd Mayweather's name out of his mouth. Of course you're not Floyd Mayweather. You don't even have the skill set of a Floyd Mayweather at all. You know what I'm saying? You haven't faced the opponents Floyd has fought as well. You make all these excuses. You win 2 big fights, and all of a sudden you think you the king of the crop. You know what I'm saying? No. Dude, you still have to go out there and fight the best. It's no excuses. And this is what Keith Thurman does. He thinks he's the king of the crop. Like, dude, you ain't fought in damn near 2, or it's going to be 2 years. Ain't fought in 2 years. You telling Errol Spence what he needs to do to get a fight with you. So Errol Spence, he beats Chris Algieri. He knocks out Kell Brook, and the list goes on and on. So now what? What's the excuse now? You told him to get a belt. He got a belt. What's the excuse now? You know what I'm saying? What's the excuse now? It's the same shit with Shawn Porter as well. He's the biggest ducker of them all too. Always smiling at the press conferences and shit. Ducking and dodging. Trying to be all buddy-buddy at the pressers at these events. But, you trying to fool the public. Like, dude, you're not trying to fight him either. You're trying to push it away. I don't understand why Shawn Porter wants to fight Andre Berto again. Now, Shawn Porter has another bout with another opponent, which we're going to talk about in a later video. But it's like this dude, he actually thought about trying to fight Andre Berto instead of Errol Spence. Like, dude, we don't want to see you fight Andre Berto again. Why do you even have that fight on your head? You want some easy shit. You know what I'm saying? You want some easy ass opponents. You want to keep ducking. That's just the reality of it. These guys, they want to say it's business, and which I understand the boxing game it's about business at the end of the day. You know, you want to make sure you take care of yourself financially. But these fighters, man, they too buddy and they ducking like I don't know what. I mean, you mean to tell me Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, and Danny Garcia are all ducking Errol Spence? Now, Danny Garcia, he's doing the same exact shit. He's talking, and his is coming with Terrence Crawford, talking about Terrence Crawford, what he need to be doing. You know, he's talking about what what Errol Spence needs to do. Keith Thurman talking about what Terrence Crawford should be doing, who he should be fighting, and all this. They got all these answers for these other fighters, but they ain't trying to get in there and fight nobody. You know, we gonna see. You know, like I said, we gonna see what Keith Thurman's gonna do after he fights Josecito Lopez. We gonna see what's gonna happen. This should be an easy fight for him. He can get the rust off. You know, hopefully he doesn't get injured, and we gonna see what he does next. What would Keith Thurman do next? I guarantee this dude, he's gonna try to fight in a rematch. I'm telling you, don't be surprised if you see Sean Porter, Keith Thurman in the rematch. These guys don't want to fight Errol Spence because they don't want to take that punishment at all. They don't want to take the punishment. You know, it's just that simple. And like I said, he says he ain't a Floyd Mayweather. I don't know where that's coming from. I guess he's trying to say Floyd didn't fight nobody, but as far as I know, Floyd fought everybody that they put in front of him. And once he got to Money Mayweather, of course, he could pick whoever he wants. He already proved himself. You know. So what else does he need to do? Because he didn't fight you, now you mad? You mad all of a sudden? You know, I just don't understand. Oh, I'm not a Floyd Mayweather. That doesn't make sense at all. He fought everybody that he was supposed to fight. You can't say, oh, well, he fought. They make excuses and say, well, he fought Oscar when Oscar was old. Well, that's kind of crazy because Floyd wanted to fight Oscar before 2007. He didn't want to fight Floyd Mayweather. He was ducking and dodging as well until Floyd eventually became more known. Then he wanted to fight Floyd. Shane Mosley, the same exact thing. Floyd wanted to fight Shane Mosley earlier on. Shane Mosley made all these excuses about his tooth, going on vacation. I mean, it's the same shit that they doing right now with Errol Spence. This is the same shit that happened with Floyd when he was younger. They always ducking him and dodging until Floyd Mayweather became the cash cow, and then everybody wanted to fight him all of a sudden. Once they start losing the shit and Floyd kept winning, then everybody want to fight him now. Nah, it's too late now. It's too late. You know, don't make excuses now. You should have already fought him then. And then you can't criticize him because he fought him later on. It wasn't his fault. He tried to get the fights to happen. You know what I'm saying? He tried to get the fights to happen. But with these fighters, they're just ducking. It's flat out. They just straight ducking. Trust me. Go back to all these fights, these post-fight interviews, and just listen to what these fighters are saying. You know what I'm saying? They're finding every excuse in the book to not fight Errol Spence. And I give Mikey Garcia all the props in the world for stepping up to fight Errol Spence. I give him all the props in the world. He got enough balls to step in there with Errol Spence. So I can't hate on that at the end of the day. I cannot hate on that. But these other fighters who are bigger than Mikey Garcia, who are natural welterweights, they acting a little spooked, man. They acting a little spooked. But y'all let me know, man, what you think of your boy Keith Thurman returning. What will he do next after he fights Lopez? What will he do next? Will he fight Sean Porter again? Or will he step up to the plate and say, you know what? I'm going to fight Errol Spence. What do you guys think? Leave your comments, theories, everything down below. And I will continue to bring you more boxing content. We're going to talk about Sean bitch-ass Porter and Danny Garcia as well. It's coming soon. But I'm going to get on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.